Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Heat. My name is Botch, this is Botched Gaming, and today we are working on the machinery inside the house, right? So we have a number of items that we need to put together, and it's going to take a lot of work. So let's just take a look and take an inventory of what we need. And I'll probably do a little offline grinding, so there'll be pauses throughout the video where I go off and kind of accumulate some things and sell it off. I don't want to bore you with all of that, but last time I logged off, just before I logged off, I went ahead and created two Smithies. So we've got those already made. We can actually go ahead and take those out and get those placed. Those are going to be used to create tools. I've mentioned before how important that is early on, especially because our stone hatchet is really close to breaking, and I didn't really want to make another stone hatchet, so there's that. We already have our furnaces, and our furnaces have produced some metal. They also have a little leftover ore that we can, fire up. That's going to take some wood, which I don't have yet, so we'll have to grind out for some of that. And then beyond that, you'll recall from the previous episode, I've already unlocked some things, right? So we could get a repair bench, which we'll need, and we could get a Craftsman Bench, which honestly I don't even remember. Okay, there it says used to craft furniture and mid-tier building materials. So alright, we also need this, but we don't have the materials to research yet, but that's a sawmill. That's going to be super important because you need a lot of timber for a lot of things later on. Timber can get a little pricey if you try to buy all of it, so we'll probably make maybe two of those and get those running periodically. They'll need to be upgraded. All of this stuff's going to need to be upgraded. So a lot of grinding ahead. We can unlock pretty much anything up to level 12. Or, I'm sorry, excuse me, level 20, because we are level 22 currently. So pretty much anywhere up to there. That doesn't mean we're going to, right? There's certain things that I probably wouldn't waste my time on right away. Like, I don't see... let's see, what's a good example of that? I wouldn't mind getting another heat source in here so that we could have, well, maybe a couple of them on the various floors so that we can stay warm, even if the smelters aren't going. But we don't really need, like, say, for instance, an Iron's Work research, or an Iron's Work thing just yet. That is a massive, piece of equipment. I don't even think it would fit in the current house. We'll probably have to build a whole other structure just for that thing. And that is used to build siege weapons, with cannons and things like that, which we wouldn't even have unlocked if we look over here until, at the earliest, we'd get a cannon. Well, I guess we'd get that cannon at 20. But, who would want to waste their iron on that when, we could work towards some of these later ones. Like, I want to try the howitzer. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we'll give that a try at some point. Ooh, wow. I was just looking at $15,000 just to unlock it. Not let alone building it. 400 steel ingots, that's going to take a long time. So tons of work ahead of us there. So definitely not going to bother making one of those right away. Flour mill, I don't see us making, it kind of depends. I do want a distillery, right? Because we need to have the ability to create our own kerosene so that we can have lighting in the house, so that later on we don't have to be so dependent on that kind of cone of light from the helmet. We have a little bit more light inside. So that's, we'll probably, I don't know if we'll actually make a flour mill, but we've got to research it, right? Same thing with some of this other stuff, like tannery. It's used to make some of the clothing, I think, but again, I don't need it. I've already bought my clothing. So probably, I don't even know if I'll ever unlock that. We'll see. It's not really super expensive. So probably just for the sake of doing it. It's not even like it costs money. Definitely want to get an outhouse. Like I said, every day when I log in, I've got to poop. I've so far spared you from that because it does make an awful sound, which you can turn off, but for whatever reason I haven't. I put the poop away so we can preserve that. We found out in one of the last episodes that you can fling your poop. I didn't know that, and I flung it, and of course that destroyed it. So I don't want to do that again. We need that for fertilizer. So this automatically collects it. So it's the collect and store excrement. So we're going to need that pretty soon. That's something we can get. So needless to say, a lot of things to be built. It's going to require a lot of grinding in order to get the materials to do that. So I'll try to cut down some of that, especially because we only have 30 minutes together in each episode. So without further ado, let's just get started. So looking around and thinking through how we want this shop set up, I kind of don't want the sawmills to be up here just because it's hard to place sawmills indoors. I mean, you can. I'm sorry, not sawmills. We're placing smithies. My bad. Smithies I do want up here, right? Because it goes hand in hand with everything else that we're doing. So let's think through how to place these. I think what I'll do is, let's see. Oh, I know. I got an idea. So what we'll do is we'll place it like this, just under the window here. So I don't want to block the window, and I don't want to block the smelter over there, but we'll place that. Can we? Oh, not that close to the structure. Okay, fine. Get that just right. Not that close, okay? How about now? Likes that. That's okay. Alright, so now we can take number 6, this other one, spin that around, back to back. So now we can, let's suppose we want to make a axe and a pickaxe at the same time. We can do that. Keep the kind of the good times rolling with it in terms of making tools. We do want to upgrade the smithies. That's going to take 30 bricks and 5 iron ingots. Bricks, I believe I could make in the kilns with clay. I've said before how I'm not keen on going out and trying to find and accumulate enough clay for that, just because clay is so cheap. So if I was going to do that, I'd probably just buy it. But let me just refresh my memory. 30 bricks, okay. But let me show you what I'm going to do with that. I did win the lottery again, and I did go ahead and purchase another ticket. So pretty much every 2 episodes I'm winning $1,000, which really helps. So bricks, that's going to be under materials, 66 cents a piece. We only need 60 of them, so that's not so bad. I'm sure they're a whole lot more expensive these days, so we'll get those coming. We'll upgrade the smithy. And what I'd like to do with the rest of the iron that we already have produced is get some better tools made. There's a train right on schedule. That train, incidentally, is very dangerous. So if you're ever playing this game, do be aware that it does not stop, and it will kill you. And because of latency issues or any number of other issues, you could be near the track or think you're off the track in time and not be, and you still get hit. So just stay well clear of it. Alright, so that should be arriving here any minute. And we'll go up there and get those started. That's going to take a couple minutes, of course, to upgrade. Meanwhile, I want to go and also upgrade some other things. The next couple episodes I think are going to be mostly just, getting some things put together in terms of tools, and machinery, and getting those upgraded. So here, just collect all this iron, might as well. Let's see how much we have after all. we'll probably use some of this. Some of that will be used for research as well. Oh yeah, that's right. We collected this. We never fired the next one, so we have a little copper to burn up next round. In fact, while I'm thinking of it, let's get this iron collected real quick. And actually the charcoal too. Let's just clean them out. Just take... I might get a little breathy, but that's okay. Because I have a plan for the charcoal as well. Charcoal, we're going to be using charcoal for the smithies, for example. So we started collecting that early on. We've got a little saved up. Did I already pass the iron over here? Yeah, I did. We have a little bit saved up in our fire pits outside. So that's all going to be important. Never really have too much charcoal. In fact, there'll be moments where I might just go out and buy charcoal rather than wait for it to be produced, but we'll see how wealthy we get after a while. But here we have 370 ore remaining to be smelted. I think what I'll do is I'll split that up between 2 smelters and get those fired up a little bit later. Meanwhile, let's get these cooking. That is a little bit off, and I don't like that, so let's just pick that up and try that again. I don't know why, I'm just a perfectionist, I guess. I want it to be, I don't need it to be perfect, but I do like it to look nice, so it doesn't take much to try again. That looks much better. Okay, so let's see, we'll get that going, and we'll get that going. Takes 7 minutes each, so that's going to take a while anyways. We still have another, 33 ingots, a whole lot of charcoal left. So, what is this? Why does it have a, I don't know what that icon means there. I have no idea what that means. If anybody knows what that means, that little triangle warning sign there, feel free to leave a note in the comments. I'm still governor, of course, because there's nobody to contest it, so I don't quite understand. But I did notice that we don't have the gloves on, so let's just see. Maybe it's just... Ah, okay. That's what that means. It means it's glitched. So we just discovered that. You can still leave a comment if you want to, but it may not be necessary now. Okay, so let's see here. What else can we make? Anything? We can make. I want to make a Craftsman Bench. I want to make a repair bench. We're gonna need some materials for that. But before we do that, what I had in mind for the charcoal, let's stow some of this real quick. Let's put this away. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna load these up real quick just to kind of save some space. We'll come back and get it in a minute. But what I want to do is I want to enhance these all these fireplaces. You see, we can do that with a little more stone, and then also I want to build a oh gosh, what are those things called? Stockpile. So that we can store a large stockpile of whatever we need. I mean, probably need a couple stockpiles. Charcoal is definitely going to be one of those, because remember, we're going to need that through the winter for heat, for a whole host of other things, so it's going to be important. So let's just go ahead and collect that. I am ever mindful of my surroundings these days and looking out for bears. I'm just going to go for the furthest rocks, because we're pretty much going to get all of these. In fact, let me pause for a moment. I'm just going to go break up some rocks, and I'll catch up with you in a moment. Alright, so we've got our fire pits upgraded. I went ahead and made a couple of stockpiles. Let me show you these. I put one on one side of the house. I'm going to put this one back here. And I think what I'll do is I'll make this one, I'll load it up with, maybe I'll make this one the charcoal one. I don't know. There's not a lot of space around the house is the problem. And so I'm kind of trying to figure out where I want things. But there we have our stockpile. I'll have to think that through. So there's one stockpile. I have another stockpile over here. Remember, we're going to clear out some of this brush here in a little bit. And this stockpile is here. So there's a couple of different trains of thought here. We could make this the charcoal stockpile. And so that way we can just easily kind of carry it over, cart over here. Or make this sticks so that we have fuel and we can constantly keep the fires burning. I think that's probably what I'm going to do instead. Make this one sticks, and that would make the one around the corner the charcoal. So let's grab all this charcoal up. I have a ton of extra material on me, so hopefully I don't get too overweight. Just grab all that up. And these are already full, like upgraded by one, right? So the next level of upgrade would require thread, which we can't make. It's relatively cheap, but it also requires 3 ingots, which, right now isn't so cheap. Probably better uses for that, so we'll stick there. But that gives us a 4th slot, which just kind of helps in overall production. Okay, so let's go and throw those in there. Do we have any sticks? Okay, access this. There we go. So if you put the sticks in there and then say deposit all, if I had any other sticks, it would have thrown them in there, but we don't. So there's that. And then same thing with this. Feed it with some charcoal so it knows what it is. Deposit all. So now all the charcoal went in. Now we have 1,000 charcoal. We can hold up to 10,000. We can upgrade this as well. Requires 5 stone slabs, which now in hindsight I kind of wish I had kept those stone slabs, but we have lots of extra stone because I didn't really intend to collect all this stone, but some of the stone was in the way of putting these where I wanted them, so I had to collect them anyways. So let's go make some slabs. So it's 10 stone slabs we need. Let's go do that. So really just need 2 of these. That shouldn't take very long. Let's get that going. I wonder if the Smithies are upgraded yet. Because I really am, dangerously close to breaking that stone hatchet. They are. The next upgrade requires steel. We don't have steel, so we'll just do with it what we can. But we should be able to make, we can make tools now. So let's see here. What does it require for? I don't think we've. We could make oops, server saving. We could make copper tools, but I don't think that we've unlocked iron. Let me see. It would be under tools. No, we have not. So we need to do that. Timber, iron ingots, and sinew. We have some sinew, I think. But you need timber, and we should have enough iron. I'm going to try to unlock all of this. So let's see what we can do with that. It's probably about as far as we're going to get. But let's just see what we can accomplish here. So let's get some timber on its way. We need, let's see, 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. Might as well do 28. Why not? I'm not going to bother with shears right now just because that's used for sheep, which we don't have any sheep anyways. So 28 timber. Let's get that going. Which would be under materials. Hopefully that's not too expensive. Nah, it won't be that bad. Oops. That's not bad. Alright, get that going. Let's see here. We also have these 3 treasure maps. If we want a little infusion of cash, we could go spend some time just gathering those. But I was trying to save that and make a whole episode out of it. I don't know if it's going to take 30 minutes to grab all 3 of those, unless you watch me walk to each destination. I don't know. We'll see. Rather have like more than enough, you know. Let's see. What was I doing again? There's a stone slabs coming. We need that. Okay. Let's go get the upgrade started. That doesn't take long. There we go. Alright, those are upgrading. A little extra capacity in each one. Did we get our timber yet? We did. Wonderful. You know what I want to do while I'm thinking of it is sell off some of this stuff that we don't really need. Get rid of all that. A little extra money, why not? Oh, that's all I can sell. 35 bucks. That's all we get, but that's okay. It's better than a poke in the eye. Alright, so that's selling. So let's see here. We'll also need the sinew. It's 3, 6. Is that it? 6? We have 6, right? Sinew. Oh, we don't. I must have used it. It must have been hide that I was thinking of. We didn't have that much hide anyways. Our poor bear is almost all depleted. Okay, so after that sells, I'll get some sinew. What else did we need? Let's just plan ahead. So wow, that's 600 for the so hopefully we have enough money. That's 1200. No, we don't. We don't really have enough money for all this. So that's, well, priority is where it comes down to, right? So the priority for me is going to be these 3 right here. The hatchet, which is required for the axe, and then the pickaxe. Those are my 2 primary tools anyways. So that's already 1800. So I'm going to need to go and make some money. That's definitely going to need to happen. I mean, eventually we'll get it all right, but let's see. We should have. Okay, might as well just go ahead and actually, we want to get some sinew on its way. Resources. No, it's going to be under materials, right? No. Resources. What did I say we need? 6? You know what I'm going to do? Since they're so cheap, I'm just going to buy, like, say 20. Yeah, because that's, I mean, it's $4. So, we'll just get more than we need. Okay. So, oh, we have extra stuff to sell. So, okay, we'll get a little bit more sold. But I'm probably going to go ahead and pause here, go around and spend the rest of the game evening collecting materials and selling it. I want to save up enough money at least so that we can research what the tools needed and get those started. So bear with me a moment. I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Alright. I just had to unpause for a moment just to illustrate how much work I'm doing for you folks offline. Take a look at this. Take it face full of oil shale right to the face, breathing heavy while I do so. All in the name of progress. That is the life of the Old West miner. My goodness. Just taking it all up in his face there. Thought that was amusing, so I thought I'd share. Alright, ooh, we got a geode from that. Let's see, let's plop this down and see what I've got so far. I've got a lot. Let's take a look. We'll sell off what we can. I'm half tempted to keep some of the iron just to, because we're going to need a lot of that anyways. And, you know, but we also need the money, so it's. I'll sell off this extra, like the blue and the green. I mean, it's just not going to come in handy. You know, I guess you could argue, well, you could use it for research. You know, maybe, but you got to smelt it. Takes resources. I don't know. I need the money right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we get that sold off. But see, even that, that was, I mean, 160 or 62 bucks. We got another, at least one more sale to do. So it'll be a minute. So I'll come back here after I've got all this sold. I want to have at least enough money to be able to get all of the research we need. I'm not going to worry about too much more after that. So pausing the video again, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we are back, and here's where it stands. I went ahead and kept the iron and put all that up away in the smelters. I haven't fired them yet, but I'm going to before the end of the episode, or I'll probably just do that offline. I went ahead and purchased the research for our 3 primary tools. That ended up running us real low on money. We're got a little less than 200 bucks left, so we'll need to do some serious grinding to catch up, but I think it's really important that we get that done. So let's see. Another thing I did was I went ahead and bought a little bit more timber and upgraded our shipping bin so that we can sell more at a time. That'll just speed things up. And I think that was everything that did offline. So the one thing I did want to do is try our luck at these 3 geodes that I picked up. Before we do that, let's go and get the tools started. I don't remember what it takes to get them made, so let's just get it going here. Let's see. It's a copper stone. Oh, it's out here. Okay. So iron hatchet. We want an iron axe. That's going to take timber, sinew, and iron, all of which we have. So we'll get the iron axe going. A couple minutes for that. And same thing for the pickaxe, iron pickaxe, even cheaper. So get that going. All right. So while we're doing that, let's go downstairs and pop these geodes out. If we get lucky, we might come across a valuable gemstone. I don't know how lucky I'm going to get, but it's worth a try. Let's just go ahead and burn up some of this wood. Don't need all that, but might as well burn it up anyways. And throw all 3 of these in the same pit. Alright, here we go. Luck be a lady. If we even get one valuable gemstone, that kind of saves us a lot of grinding work. Otherwise, I'll probably spend the better part of the next day, next in-game day, or maybe the whole evening, just grinding off camera, and see if I can save up a few extra bucks to kind of keep us going. Oh, let's pick that up. So we got gold, mudstone, and granite. Not what I was hoping for. You would think gold would be the pay dirt, right? But watch this. Come back into the shipping container, and gold's only worth 20 bucks. Wah, wah. Turns out great granite is worth quite a bit more. And of course, mudstone. So a gold nugget is worth more than mudstone by only 5 bucks. I'm half tempted. It says process 15 into a gold ingot. I'm half tempted to save those up. I don't know what gold ingots are used for. I don't know what any of this is used for, if I'm honest. I mean, it's 20 bucks. You know what? No, we need the money. We'll worry about it later. So, okay, so 274 bucks on its way. That helps. Not the payday I was hoping for, but it helps. So, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Like I said, I've got a little work to do, gathering up some materials, gathering up a little bit more cash. But before I go, quick reminder, if you've made it this far, if you like what I'm doing, please, please, please click the like button below. It really helps me out. It helps me know that I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right things. It helps the algorithm. It helps the channel. It helps everybody. So it's really important to me. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, so you'll see more content as it comes out. I do plan to be pretty prolific and record all the time. Um, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. Appreciate it. Take care.